After USC's dominating 73-13 victory over Missouri State on Saturday, there are plenty of takeaways we can make about this team. While the competition wasn't the toughest, the Trojans showcased their potential, with several players delivering standout performances and many younger guys getting valuable playing time. With that in mind, today I'll be breaking down each position group's performance and sharing my key observations from the commanding win. Starting with the quarterback, Jaden Mayava had a great game, where he looked better as a passer, looked more poised, and overall just a more confident and comfortable player than last year. If I did have one concern from his performance, it was that he still likes to play favorites, and only really targeted 3 receivers while he was out there. This may be due to the lack of a significant rotation at receiver during the first half, but I would like to see Jaden start to build up chemistry with other guys in the room as the season goes on. I thought that the overthrow to Makai Lemon was the one flaw in his performance, but I would much rather have Jaden's worst play be more of a physical mistake than mental, which I took as an improvement from last year. One last note on Jaden, it's so easy to notice the zip that he throws the ball with, especially in person. Let's now talk about Jaden's backup, cause I really liked what I saw from true freshman quarterback Hassan Longstreet. He plays with a very aggressive mentality, and was a willing and pretty good runner. And while he impressed in his debut, I wouldn't go as far as to suggest that he should be the starter just yet. Longstreet clearly has a bright future, but at this point, he's still behind Mayava as a passer and commander of the offense. I also thought Hassan looked shorter than I expected in person, but I don't see that as a problem, since Lincoln Riley hasn't had an issue in the past working with smaller quarterbacks. Moving on to the running backs, I thought Wayman Jordan put together about as strong of a 5-carry, 42-yard performance as you'll ever see. Jordan looked comfortable, effortless, and has great short area quickness, and I love how he has the Ashton Jeanty stance. As for Eli Sanders, he also had a great game, and was able to account for 106 total yards in one half. Even though Eli has a funky, old-school running style, he's very fast, and will for sure play a role in the offense, even though it probably won't be as the RB1. Despite not having an amazing game, Brian Jackson will at least be a short yardage force, and I hope that Lincoln is able to find a bigger role for him in the offense than just that. And last but not least, King Miller is another walk-on, who could potentially make an impact in the future. He had a very explosive 75-yard touchdown, with his brother Kalon being one of the main blockers. At receiver, Makai Lemon hasn't missed a beat. He forced 4 missed tackles on the day, and looks like Jaden's favorite target. We all know Jacoby Lane's a stud. He didn't have a spectacular game, but against Missouri State, he didn't need to. My one concern with the group is that a true wide receiver 3 hasn't really broken out yet, and outside of the big 2, no one had over 2 receptions. My take on this is that if Tanook Hines is the guy that Jaden is the most comfortable with, then keep giving him those valuable reps, and work to build that chemistry between the two up. At tight end, I'm so happy for Lake McCree. During the 64-yard touchdown, that was probably the fastest Lake's ran in his entire life, and I didn't think that after 2 brutal knee injuries, he would be able to show that much athleticism. Lake also seems like he has a strong connection with Jaden, which may indicate more tight end production in the future. The offensive line didn't show any glaring problems from the 2 deep. Alani Noah is someone who I thought definitely looks more improved and is getting better by the week, and the offensive line as a whole was able to create some big holes on some of the runs, especially on the King Miller touchdown. For the offense in general, I think that Lincoln's offense feels smoother and works better than last year to fit around Jaden Maiava. Lincoln always finds ways to draw up great run plays, and his offense was able to score every time they touched the ball, outside of the Longstreet fumble. Moving on to the defensive line, they were finally able to get to the quarterback for what seems like the first time in a long time. Braylon Shelby, Cam Fountain, and Anthony Lucas feel like the best edge rusher room that Lincoln has had during his time at SC, and they all had pretty good games. I am slightly concerned about the run defense though. Too many times Missouri State was able to run for a decent game, and they definitely need to shore that up before starting Big Ten play. As for the linebackers, the group as a whole looked more athletic and rangy than last year. Matai Tagovailoa looked very good for a true freshman, and graded extremely well according to PFF, though it was just against Missouri State. I thought it was so important that USC was able to blow out Missouri State early, to allow young players like Matai to play valuable in-game reps, something that was lacking during the Clay Helton era. I don't have too much to say about the corners. A lot of young guys were able to play meaningful snaps, and outside of the horrible miscommunication on one play, there were not many blatant mistakes from the room. And finally, let's talk about the safeties. This is probably one of the best two deeps in the Big Ten, led by Kamari Ramsey and Bishop Fitzgerald. Obviously, Bishop played very well. He had the pick six and 2 pass deflections. The room as a whole looks so much more athletic than last year's safety group, which has allowed the staff to position Kamari Ramsey all over the field, and I'm pretty sure he started at nickel. A young player who flashed was Marquise Gallegos, and I thought it was a great performance from the safeties and defense as a whole. That's all I have to say today. I want to thank everyone for watching, and please like and subscribe if you liked the video, and have a great rest of your day.